Hello and welcome back to another episode from the RambleSMP server. My name is Scorpios and today we're going to continue building our base. So in the last episode I built up this sugarcane farm, and in between episodes I went ahead and did some extra work inside of this farm here. So as you can see here, this space sits underneath where the sugarcane grows. So right now, as you can see here, we still have some sugarcane that are growing that are not quite ready for harvest. But as I mentioned, in between episodes, I went ahead and did some decoration. So I added some floor and this ceiling. And another thing that I also did is to convert this part of this building into a temporary storage system. So as you can see here, I spent some time and moved all of my items into this area here. And of course, on the other side of this structure, I have also started building a small workstation that I can use to craft stuff. And I've also moved my bed to this corner here. I started this starter base on this small island here, and I removed a lot of the landscape into these chests here. And this is basically my first storage system. And as you can see here, this was a very primitive storage system. And I also had a little bit of a workstation that got me through the first couple of nights on this server. But now that we have a more permanent structure, I think it is time for us to say goodbye to this workstation. So as you can see here, I went ahead and cleared out all of these storage chests here. So yeah, the very first thing that we're going to do in this episode is to actually remove this entire workstation. So we're going to keep some of the furnaces, and we're going to keep this bone meal production system here as well, and this anvil. So we're just going to move all of these things inside of our sugarcane farm just for now. And of course, as we build up more buildings in our base, we will be able to find a permanent location for our workstation. So with that said, I'm going to do some work right here, and I will be right back. Alright, as you can see here, I did a little bit of work and I started moving my workstation inside of this space here. So I have somehow managed to fit my entire bone meal production inside of this tiny space here. There is a little bit of dirt that is showing. I don't know if I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and patch that up. Alright, here we go. We got some concrete, which we can use to patch that up. Alright, that's looking a little bit better. I don't know if I like the fact that there's a little bit of a concrete powder right here. The texture doesn't exactly match up. So what I'm going to do is, here we go. And we're going to fix up the floor here and put down a chest right here. Alright, here we go. This bone meal production is looking much better. And as for the next step, I'm going to put down an anvil right here, and a stone cutter. And the next thing that I'm going to put down are these furnaces, which are very important to survival Minecraft. So I have decided to use this wall here for my furnaces. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill up this entire wall. As you can see here, we still have a lot of space outside here. So for the next part of today's episode, I'm going to be doing some construction work right outside of this sugarcane farm. But before we go ahead and do exactly that, there is one thing that I would like to change about this sugarcane farm. So as you can see here right now, this wall here is the main entrance, and it doesn't look exactly appetizing, but that is okay. That is something that we're going to change right now. So I have an idea for making this door look better. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the materials, and I'll be right back. Alright, as you can see here, I went ahead and got myself some orange glass paints, which I'm going to use to make this doorway look better. So let's figure out exactly how that is going to work. So the very first design that I have in mind is to literally get rid of all of the orange blocks right here. And as for the next step here, we're going to remodel this area just a little bit. So I'm going to put down some basalt blocks, and I am going to keep some of the orange concrete blocks. And in fact, I think I'm going to put down these blocks around here However, I am going to fill up the rest of this space with orange glass panes. So let's do exactly that, and let's see how this turns out. Alright, I think that is looking slightly better. I'm not sure if this is exactly what I'm looking for. So I've been looking at this doorway here, and I'm not exactly sure if I like it. So the next thing that I'm going to try, which might actually end up destroying part of the sugarcane farm upstairs, is to actually get rid of some of the wood structure underneath. So let's give it a try, and let's see how that works. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and break one of the wood blocks. Oh wow, so exactly as I thought, the sand blocks above that are supporting the sugar canes will actually drop down once I break these wood blocks. But that is okay. In order to make this doorway look better, I am willing to make that sacrifice, because I can always go upstairs and fix up the sugarcane part of this farm. So instead, I am just going to go ahead and get rid of all of these wooden blocks right here, and hopefully that won't be too much damage. Alright, and as you can see here, after fixing up this entrance area here, the last thing that needs to be done, I think, is to get rid of some of these blocks behind here, just to give it a cleaner look. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these blocks here as well. And instead, I'm going to replace the door frame here with some deep slate. So as you can see here, let's put them down. And I think that is looking better. Let's go outside and take a look. Yes, that is looking better. So the last thing that I'm going to do is to go upstairs and fix up the part of the sugarcane farm that we just damaged, but that is okay. That will be a quick fix. And after that, I'm going to start working on a little bit of a base expansion, which means we're going to jump right into our first time lapse of today. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse, and as you can see here, we have made quite a bit of a progress, and now we have a beginning to our road system. So for the road itself, as you can see here, I am using deep slate blocks. I have also put down some of these blocks just to add some variety. For today's episode, we're not going to build too much of this road. This is more of a sample of what is to come, and obviously we still have a lot more space to expand our base and on this direction here. And I know that a few people on this SMP have set up their bases nearby, so in an upcoming episode we are going to keep expanding our road so that we can connect our base to the other bases in this area. And in the meantime, we still have a lot of space that we can probably use, and in today's episode I do have another build that I want to complete. I am thinking of adding another farm on the other side of this street here. And one of the resources that I need a lot is wood, especially spruce wood. So I am thinking of using the space behind me and build up a tree farm. So I have a design in mind, and it is going to be a design that is going to require a lot of blackstone. So I'm going to take a look at my inventory, and it does look like I have a good amount of blackstone, so I'm going to go ahead and gather all of my resources, and after that we're going to jump right into our second time lapse of this episode. Alright, as you can see here, we now have a fully functioning tree farm. So let's go upstairs here and take a look. So as you can see here, this is actually a manual tree farm. So we we'll have to harvest all of the trees manually, and here this entire deck is mob proof. And in the back here we still have a lot of ocean space where we can expand into in a future episode. In an upcoming episode we are going to do more work and expand this part of our base. So I am thinking of building an automatic farm or two in the space that is right behind me. And in the next episode, we are going to do some more work and clean up this area here and make it look even better. And I think very soon, we're also going to start expanding our base into this direction here. And once again, if you guys have any suggestions for what to build in this base, please leave a comment and let me know. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe. I will be releasing a new episode every Friday, so make sure to stay tuned for when the next episode comes out. And with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.